looks as if Eddie was absolutely right when he said 3 would be the lucky charm for the filming of Mansion of the Damned.
You mean you think that the ghost of Hester Atherton has finally decided to take the curse off the film? Huh?
Well, strange things certainly stopped production the first couple of times they tried to make that film.
Well, old Hester probably realizes that the right people are now making this film. You were able to find that sound stage with no problems at all. I'd say that's a good omen.
Well, we have to find an exterior for those suitable exteriors to the movie, you know?
Oh, darling, I can promise you the audiences aren't going to notice the sets. They'll be spellbound by my performance.
Darling, you are going to be terrific. But unless we start casting this thing pretty soon, you're going to be saying your lines to the bare walls, you know?
I'm on top of that, Owen. Your leading man is as good as signed.
I thought I was supposed to be consulted about the male lead. After all, I'm going to have to play most of my scenes with him.
I have been on the horn to Trent Archer's agent, and he says that Archer is definitely interested in playing the part of Nicholas Harriman.
Trent Archer? Well, I mean, did you think we can get him to go to contract for a small salary and a percentage of the profits, if there are any? It's the only way I can afford him.
Trent Archer? Well, you certainly are going in for typecasting.
Does that present a problem, though?
I've heard the man is the devil himself to work with. Besides, his acting abilities are somewhat limited, shall we say?
Well, you've got to admit he's a good-looking son of a gun, and he's box office, at least he used to be. Those ladies are going to be lined up in front of the theater with their money in their hot little hands just to get a look at those dimples of his.
Yeah, well, you better be right to justify hiring him. I don't suppose we can expect many Nola Patterson fans to queue up. No, of course not. Most of them must be dead by now.
Now, come on, cut that out, Nola.
And when the guys see Paige on that silver screen, the station is going to have a new sex symbol.
Yes. Well, she is a beautiful young woman.
You know, I bet the ancillary rights for a Paige Madison poster will bring in, 6 figures.
Eddie, I don't want Paige exploited that way.
Well, I'm sure you can count on the same thing happening to her that happened to me. She'll be in all the gossip columns, linked with one sexy leading man after another, none of whom she's ever even met.
Well, you know, I really think that this thing is going to be a big hit.
Yeah. What do you say we all go out for dinner this evening to celebrate?
Oh, I'm game.
Oh, darling, you're going to have to count me out, I'm afraid.
But you're the one who found the sound stage. You're the guest of honor. You have to be there.
Well, I've just scheduled a meeting for this evening. It's just business.
Oh. Doing business behind my back? I thought we were working on this thing together.
Oh, Eddie, I'm just meeting someone who wants to invest in the film. I mean, God knows we can use an angel.
Well, of course, it does give me an opportunity to have Nola all to myself for the evening.
Well, invite this person to join us, Owen. We can put out the red carpet, meet the star.
Oh, I think it's probably better if I handle this myself.
Who is it?
Ryan.
Oh. Hello. I thought you had to go to work.
Oh, no, the mayor agreed to meet with the Citizens Committee, so the rally was called off. I don't have to be at the studio till 4.
So what are you going to do till then?
Oh, I thought I might be able to make a last-minute date.
Lots of luck.
With you, Paige. I was hoping we might go to some restaurant and have a talk.
About what?
Well, I'd really rather not discuss it in this house. It's, just not the right place.
Well, I'd like to, Brian, but, I already have an appointment. As a matter of fact, I was just leaving.
Oh? Who do you have an appointment with?
Checking up on your little sister.
For the entire time you've been in Monticello, you've spent all your time locked up in this house or, out with Steve Guthrie.
It's not Steve.
Oh, Paige, you don't know anyone else in Monticello to go out with. Unless your boyfriend just happens to be Tobias.
For your information, Mr. Madison, I have an appointment with an intern at Monticello General, who I met while I was visiting Calvin Stoner. Satisfied?
You're the boss.
I wish you would stop believing these stories you read about me and Toby, about these feelings between them.
Paige, all those stories made you sound like you were Tobias's moll.
It simply isn't true. Toby and I had feelings for each other, but nothing that wasn't romance.
What kind of feeling?
I guess I was a very impressionable college kid, and I was impressed by Toby's idealism, by his charisma.
How did Tobias feel?
He wanted to make things a little bit warmer, but I never encouraged him.
You don't believe in mixing business with pleasure, right?
Of all the people that should know why I didn't encourage him, you should. Brian, I didn't love Toby because I was in love with you.
Paige, that was just a schoolgirl crush.
That's what your mother says, too. Surprise! School's over. Remember, I graduated, diploma, cap and gown, the whole bit? And somehow, I still have those feelings. Don't worry, Brian. You don't have to run away again. I'll learn to deal with it. Just, don't ask me to turn it off, okay? It's not like a faucet. Or is it?
Honey, you just don't understand.
I understand. I can love you, but only like a brother and a sister. Right? That's the way you want it.
That's the way it has to be.
What?
That's the way it has to be, Paige, because I am your brother. Your real brother, not your stepbrother.
What are you saying?
We're not just related by marriage. It's flesh and blood, Paige. Dad is father to us both. That's the reason for this whole mess. That's the reason why I can't love you.